Start.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable authorities, fellow faculty members, parents, and amicable students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of Zeal Education Society to grace this occasion. Together, as a family of Zeal, to mark another landmark of success, I, Professor Sachin Borade, welcome you all for induction program of first year engineering students to Zeal College of Engineering and Research, Pune. Today is the day of the student to get to know about their new journey and build their future from here. It is the day to start a new journey and put all their efforts to approach their goals and have a successful life ahead. Zeal Education Society, our Honorable Founder Mr. Sambhaji Katkar Sir, our Honorable Secretary Mr. Jayesh Katkar Sir, Admission and Academics Director Professor Uddhav Shi, Principal Dr. Ajit Kate, Academic Dean Dr. Suresh Shivabdulkar, First Year Department Head Professor Akash Suryavanshi, all department HODs, respected Chief Guest Dr. Shivananda Zadav Sir, and we all the faculty members are really glad to welcome all the new students to first year engineering induction program. We know that this day is a very special and a much awaited event in every student's life, and it is celebration of their new journey. You all will witness a very great, good quality and innovative method of learning in Zeal College of Engineering and Research, Pune. A ray of light is a ray of hope. Let us leave the darkness and step towards the bright path, as it is a mark of our undying tradition to invoke Almighty at the beginning of an important event. So now we will have our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, goddess of knowledge. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp and symbolically inaugurate this event. Mother, we pray for blessing with all humility. Give us wisdom to make this world a better place. May all human beings live in harmony with nature and other forms of life. May the darkness of ignorance be swept away by the dawn of self-realization. Thank you all. Education in today's world is not just teaching and learning within the four walls of classroom. And hence, with the same belief, Zeal Education Society, being a premier institute in education field, provide a platform for all the young budding engineers to build their career. On the same note, to make you all aware about Zeal College of Engineering, I would like to request Principal of Zeal College of Engineering and Research, Dr. Ajit Kate sir, to share word with you all.
Good afternoon. Education is not preparation for life. Education is a life itself. I welcome all the dignitaries present today. Shivananda Jadhav, Service Architect, Polcalni, a MasterCard company, London, England, United Kingdom. I welcome Sir Professor J. Thakur, Secretary of Zeal Education Society, Professor Uddhav, Director Admission and Academics, Professor Viraj Barge, Training and Placement Officer, Dr. Shiv Bahadurkar, HOD and Dean Academics, Electronics and Telecommunication, Professor Akash Suryoshi, FE Coordinator. I take this opportunity to welcome a new student choosing a Zeal College of Engineering and Research for their higher education in various programs. I can say that with the full confidence that Zeal College of Engineering and Research would provide every student a much expected opportunity of boundless growth through an integrated structure of curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activities. Zeal College of Engineering Research was established in 2007, which symbolized the beginning of new era in technical education. The college has been accredited with A grade by National Assessment and Accreditation Council, that is NAC. We have bagged gold rating in AICTE CIA survey in the year 2020-21 in this year. These days, every educational institute is evaluated on three basic parameters, that is academic, infrastructure, facilities and placements. And we are excellent in all these parameters. I am glad to announce that starting this year, we are offering full-time 4 years degree course in artificial intelligence and data science and robotics and automation in order to keep up with the changing world order. We have well experienced team of teaching staff and around about 35 to 40 doctoral faculties and 60 faculties are pursuing their PhDs also. Talking about academic excellence, Zeal has given universities toppers consistently for last 5 years with and this year we have also one topper from electrical department. We have the average result of above 95% and Zeal College of Engineering and Research has a recognized PhD research center also in LTC, Electronics and Telecommunication and Mechanical Engineering from academic year 2013-14. As a part of technical development of the student, we have set up various clubs and centers like Automobile Excellence Centers for mechanical engineering students, PCB design and development laboratory for electronics and telecommunication, IBM Excellence Center and Cyber Security Cell, which is there in Computer and Information Technology Department. And recently, we have set up Zeal Robotics Center in association with IIT Bombay. We have signed MOUs with foreign universities like Asian Institute of Technology, Rajmangala University for student and faculty exchange programs and technical academic development programs also. As a part of training and placement activity, every year we conduct aptitude and soft skill training programs for all engineering students, which taken care by our life skill lab team. We have a dedicated life skill lab team which look after this, and it's a 60 hours training program, and we have embedded these sessions in your regular timetable. Management has invested 35 lakhs of training for the training to the students, and it's totally free of cost for the student. Zeal College of Engineering and Research has established a Zeal Music Studio, Dance Studio, and Photography Club to nurture hobbies of our students to rejuvenate their minds. From last 3 years, we have organized an event as a tribute to our great nation by creating the largest human flag, which was recorded in Limca Book of World Record, and the program was done by our final year student. That every year on 26 January we celebrate this. Lastly, I would like to mention that when a student enters in our campus for any course, sometimes they are confused about their career path. But in Zeal, we guide them in 360-degree approach. By analyzing their capabilities, we help them to make better choices for their career. Apart from the training and placement sale, if someone student wants to prepare for some government examinations, we have a Lakshya Study Center where we prepare them for various government exams. If someone wants to go for a startup, business entrepreneurship, we have entrepreneurship development cell for them, and we have a successful stories of around about 80 to 100 students of startups in the last 5 years. We have started conducting Japanese language courses, which is a requirement of the Japan, and on the campus in the last year, around about 200 students of third year have gone through this training Japanese language, and last year our 5 students has been placed in Japanese company. Last year, we have conducted 180 placement drives, including on-campus and off-campus placement with some of the top recruiters, that is TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Sintel, Zensar, Emphasis, NTT, Bitwise, BMC Software, and many more. You all are the part of progress of Zeal, and we are trying our level best to grow in all dimensions. For this, I request you to be with us and support in the future. We are given a guarantee that our staff member will give you a lot in academics, in technical, and in some of the mini projects also. So I guarantee that you here in Zeal College of Engineering, you will complete your degree in 4 years, and we are having a dedicated faculty and discipline will give you your degree in 4 years. We have started the concept of project-based learning, and when you join the college from 15, we are going to give you some small projects that is called a project-based learning, and the guides are already allotted to you, and you have to do a very small project. The idea is to create an interest in your respective discipline. So hope you will enjoy and have a disciplined life in Zeal College of Engineering, and I guarantee that you will complete your degree in 4 years. With this, I would like to thank all dignitaries on the dais, our invitees, and my beloved students who accepted our invitation and graced this induction ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. It is very informative and extremely helpful for our students. Now, I would like to request Mr. Viraj Bargai, sir, Training and Placement Officer of Zeal Institute, Pune, to address our new students.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Rajesh Katkar sir, Secretary Zeal Education Society. Today chief guest Dr. Shivananda Jadhav sir, Service Architect, Vocaling Mastercard Company, London, UK. Professor Uddhav Sheth, Director Admissions and Academics. Principal Dr. A.N. Kate sir, Dean Academics Dr. Suresh Bhadrapur sir, First Year Engineering Head Professor Akash Suravi sir, and all my dear friends. So as a training and placement officer, I would like to share few details about our training and placement activities. So to conduct the placement drives on campus, off campus, full campus, we have dedicated central placement cell facilities on campus. So under this facility, we are having 800 capacity auditorium hall, 12 interview cabins, 11 interview cabins, then 100 PC lab, 2 GD rooms, conference room. All these facilities are available on the same floor. So that's why we are able to conduct near about 180 to 200 placement drives per year. So to improve the aptitudes and communication skills, we are conducting 60 hours training program every year for second year and third year students. So to improve the communication skills, we have established separate life skill lab department on campus. So under this particular department, we are conducting activity-based learning programs. So we are trying to improve your communication skills. We are giving inputs related to how to crack the GD rounds, how to crack HR rounds, how to build your resume, etc. So under industry issue interaction, we are signing different MOUs with MNCs like Gensar, IBM, Godrej and Coy, Geometry. So under these MOUs, we are providing internships, sponsor projects, industry visits, and placements for the students. So recently in 2016, we have signed an MOU with Gensar Technologies for employability skill development program. So under this program, Gensar is providing 2 years free of cost training program to the CS and IT students. So few students from this particular batch will get absorbed by Gensar Technologies, and remaining students will get benefited for remaining placement rights in day one, day two, day three companies. So if you see, there is huge demand in Japan for the engineers. Just the requirement is that you must be proficient in Japanese language. So for that purpose, we have started Japanese language course on campus. So we are providing training related to the N5 basic level, then N4 and N3. So on the basis of N3, you can apply for the different opportunities in Japan. So companies like TCS, Cognizant, Fujitsu, Mitsubishi are recruiting the students. Those are trained. So companies like TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, L&T, Infotech, Gensoft, then JCB India Limited, Tata Technologies, Bitwise are visiting to our campus on regular basis for the recruitment process. So if you see the statistics, last year we have placed more than 300 students, uh, and company like TCS have offered few students 7 lakhs package under digital category, and on the basis of Japanese, we have placed our students with a package of 17 lakhs per annum. So there is good opportunity in Japan if you get trained under Japanese language. So if you want a campus placement, then you need to focus on following parameters. First parameter is that your aggregate must be 60% and above. So for that purpose, you need to focus on each and every semester. So your target must be 60% and above in each and every semester. Then you will be eligible for maximum companies, almost for 90% companies. Then your communication skills must be excellent, because to crack the JD round and HR round, your communication skills are very much important. Then your aptitude and problem solving abilities must be excellent. If you want to crack the aptitude, you have to solve the maximum aptitude questions in minimum time. Then you want to focus on your programming language C, C++, Java, and Python. So irrespective of the branches, means students from mechanical, civil, E&C, robotics, automation, they also must focus on the programming languages, because if you want maximum opportunities from the campus, then you must learn programming languages. So as an engineer, if you want to start your career, you can choose following paths. First is you can go for campus placement after engineering. You can go for higher education, MS, MTech, MBA. Then you can go for the entrepreneurship. For entrepreneurship, we have signed an MOU with Full Foundation. So they are providing 3 months free of cost training program to the budding entrepreneurs. Also, they are providing a seed amount. Those are excellent during their presentations. Also, you can go for government jobs. For that, you must go good in GATE examination. So this is all about the training and placement activities. So I would like to say thanks to organizing committee for giving me an opportunity to deliver my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. It is very informative and extremely helpful for the students. Leadership is capacity to translate vision into the reality. And yes, we are proud that we are visionary leadership of Sri Sambhaji Katkar sir and Professor Jayesh Katkar sir. Both of them have sent their best wishes to all the first year students. Now, I would like to introduce to you all our today's chief guest, Dr. Shivananda Jadhav sir. Dr. Shivananda Jadhav has an industry experience around 20 years, which include leading corporate like Orange Business Services, HCL Technologies, Unisys, Mahindra, Larsen and Toubro, and Reliance Group with relevant experience in designing and implementation of managed services, services integration and management, process improvement initiative, strategic planning, multi-sourcing services integration, quality training with insightful experience in pre-sales, consulting and operations. Dr. Shivanand has worked with clients like Lucent, Nortel, Qualcomm, Motorola, Swisscom, Novartis, Lanti, Caplon, Crawford, Johnson and Johnson, FedEx, Clorox, NBC Universal, Staples Univision, Anglo-American, Benetton and Dixon, Volvo called Savvy, L'Oreal, Sony from offshore as well as on-site at Austria, Belgium, China, Dubai and at many other countries. Dr. Shivanand is an excellent strategic thinker and driven leader. His specialty is handling CXO level interactions. Also, he has vast experience of setting up a quality function, SLA measurement system, identification, and KPI determination, established performance measurement system, automation, identification of high impact business improvement opportunities, and driving them till successful closure. He leads the bid activities from opportunity qualification, co-development with customers to deployments while stressing the importance of innovation and continuous improvement. He has proven ability to deliver client-facing projects across domains like banking and financial services, IT and ITES, telecom, pharma, media, retail, automobiles, education, healthcare, logistics, and design services, while leading teams in customer-facing roles for projects across the globe. Dr. Shivanand's academic background allows both the engineering and management thinking approach. He is graduated with a Bachelor Engineering degree in EITC Engineering from MIT, with a past post-graduation degree in Business Management from the Symbiosis as well as MS from this. He has completed his PhD from Pune University. In addition to his Lean Six Sigma credential, his area of expertise and interest along with the certification are SIAM Professional, Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt and Coach, and Business Analytics Practitioner. We are lucky to have you sir with us. I request Dr. Shivanand sir to guide our students.
they were relatively, I'm using the words very cautiously, relatively less, efficiently managed. I'm saying relatively less efficiently managed. And with this current pandemic, I think we all are able to manage it relatively much better when it comes to no everything, be it research of vaccine and be it your storage and transportation and all other aspects of managing the pandemic, right? What has enabled it? Yeah, technology. Of course, technology is a prime contributor to that. Of course, human life evolved. We all as human beings have evolved last maybe few thousand years, but few hundred years or maybe last 20 years, I would say technology has hugely impacted all of us, right? Be it pandemic or be it our normal lifestyle, technology has enabled. When I say technology, I'm not just focusing on computer science and information technology, right? Be it a mechanical engineering guy who has made sure that products like Tesla engineering marvels, bullet trains, you just talk about every facet and aspect of engineering and technology. I think that has made human life tremendously interesting and very comfortable, right? So how this was possible, right? Some students like you now has started this journey few years back, and probably they all started contributing with a very zeal. Yeah, that's what the Zeal Institute we are for. Very enthusiasm and probably professional experiences they brought in, and they made sure they all this technology contributed to humankind. So I'm just trying to give you a big picture that we are always worried about my grades and my definitely that's important, and I think Professor Barge has spoken a lot about, which I actually wanted to tell you. What is that industry will look at, right? Whenever you pass out from your engineering college and you have 4 years, and it's very good opportunity for you now to plan, start, and think, right? So you don't repent later saying, "Oh, I would have done it this way and that way," right? So you have a lot of time at your hand, which you could probably plan. And definitely, when you will pass out from your engineering institute, as Professor Bhagya said, you have your live projects, you have a lot of placements coming in. I heard best of the best companies across the globes coming to your campus. So I think you are in safe hands, and an excellent team is helping you to shape your future and career. It's a matter of how much you're going to take, right? There is a lot of things in front of me, but am I interested? Go and pick it up. So it's now you need to contribute, you need to walk a few steps from your side and show that yes, we are meant to kind of deliver. Let me give a very quick example, and I know I have a very limited time, so probably I'll just try to squeeze in whatever I could say and speak. But yeah, I'm sure before COVID, maybe 1 year back, you have seen some marathons happening, right? On a bright Sunday morning, you must have seen people enthusiastic coming in their sports gear, wearing shoes, and probably everybody's there for to run a marathon. I'm sure, being young kids, you must not have visited yet because probably you might sleep late and you might get up late, right? Not all of you, some of you. So yeah, so on that marathon day, if you visit, just as a curious person, what's happening? If you just stand and see, there are different group of people, right? And there are different group of marathons: 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, half a marathon which is 21 kilometers, full marathon which is 42 kilometers. And where do you find lot of people? You will find 80 to 90% of the people into that 5 kilometer group. Why? Because it is relatively easy for you to run 5 kilometers. How could the number of people get reduced when you go to 10K slab, 15K slab, or maybe half a marathon and full marathon 42 kilometers? You will hardly few people who will be participating in that group. What makes that difference? Same human being, right? With all same physical parameters, he could run or she could run 42K. What's the difference? A lot of discipline, a lot of effort has gone into that category. Same human being who has time to kind of practice and consistently with a disciplined manner lifestyle, they could run more and better. What I'm trying to say, there will be a lot of engineering students who will be into that 5K group who will say, yeah, chalo, abhi 4 saal, we'll just go and have fun, enjoy our life, right? अच्छी सी degree ले लो, and once you have degree in your hand, get some job. Okay, I will think what kind of job I need. and then get married and settle, have fun in life, right? A lot of people in that category. Some of you must have also thought whom to marry and whatnot, right? Jokes apart, it's very easy to be in that comfortable zone of relatively doing having fun and probably not putting discipline and getting into that life zone where a lot of people struggle, right? I'm sure a lot of you will be, entrepreneurs. A lot of you will start your own startup companies, and it's the opportunities are endless, right? And with this new ways of learning, you have access to so much online, education nowadays. Of course, all your college laboratories, your practicals, your lectures will teach you a lot of fundamental things, and I think that is quite important. It's too early for you to decide something that I'm going to do this or do that, because eventually you will evolve during all your 4 years of journey. Definitely you will know what are your strong areas, what is that you definitely like, and what is my advice if I keep my hand on my heart. Definitely focus on area which you like and there is a passion that you want to work in, right? Not something definitely will give me a job offer. Of course, stability, career, and you were throughout first class, having all good academic records, having a sponsored project, all this is so important. I'm assuming that you understand that. I'm just trying to go beyond that. I'm not saying that will replace this. Absolutely no. Your fundamental education background always gives you an upper hand when you are working with people in the industry. So definitely, I'm just talking beyond that. I'm not touching on those aspects which are mandatory, right? We don't talk about that I need to eat to survive. It's as important that you need to breathe to survive. It is as important that. So assuming that you have understood now that you have 4 years to excel in your academic background and academic scores, I'm just trying to give few more additional insights which probably I have learned very late. I also come from a very Marathi medium school, and then it was very difficult when I started working with people, understanding what they are saying, what's the accent, what is that word actually he used, why he's not using that no different word. So there were a lot of struggles when you start working. So I would say, as Professor Bhagesh said, maybe focus on your soft skills, right? How do I, as an industry interviewer, if I see, and there are tons of candidates who will apply for same job site. So how do I pick and choose the best ones? Why best ones? Of course, now we are getting into the fundamental of life, survival of the fittest. I'm sure you must have learned this survival of the fittest in your fifth or sixth standard of your science syllabus. That's how cruel this world is, right? No, survival of the fittest is the mantra, and probably to be sure that you are the fittest ones, you have to make sure that along with your academic background, you have all your soft skills. How do I present? How do I talk? Along with my subject matter expertise, do I have some latest happenings in that era talking? And all this project based learning, whatever work you will do will help you to fine tune your soft skills, right? So please make sure that no, you focus on all other aspects. And how do I get, I'm sure some of you must be thinking, yeah, not all will get placed in campus, right? Of course, touch wood, it should happen that Zeal Institute places every student of your engineering into a placement, right? And I'm sure it will happen someday soon. But what about others? Yeah, those who don't get placed, don't get demoralized. Yeah, you will always find a job to start and begin with. It doesn't mean that those who have very excellent academic scores all throughout will go and rule the industry. Look at the all innovations coming, and that's why I like all these northern Europe countries. They have a very different education. They allow or they encourage students to experiment. Yeah, do not hesitate to experiment, right? So what I mean by that, if you look at the North European schooling, till the age of 7, they don't allow students or kids to write. They just give them paper, scissors to cut, clay, experiment. They just have fun till the time of 7. And probably our education system, again, I'm not comparing apples and oranges. Both has pros and cons. But the innovation mindset or thinking beyond the box or thinking out of the box, how it comes, unless you experiment, unless you are no idea is a bad idea, right? Today it might sound as a bad idea, but maybe today evening or maybe tomorrow morning that idea could be a reality. So do not hesitate. If somebody is making fun of your ideas, just walk away. Do not be surrounded by negative people who will always keep saying, hey, this is not possible. Yeah, everybody keeps saying do so much of hard work, but I've seen it doesn't. Don't trust. Have your own methodology, and for that you need to be very disciplined, right? How, what do I mean by discipline? When I was of your age, probably again, it's very natural not to have that visibility, not to have that foresight. And maybe I wish maybe some mentors, like, all the dignitaries sitting on the dais, which are surrounded by, so many educated and experienced people now in your institute. You needed somebody to hold your hands and tell, guys, have fun, go to college canteen, enjoy, go to movies, go to treks, and do all the fun activities, but make sure that you need to balance, right? And the balance will come only if you are disciplined. So please make sure that you have a very strong or maybe very nicely scheduled day. What time do I get up consistently? Not on one blue moon's day, right? What time I probably dedicate my for studies. So make sure that you have a very good planned day. At least out of 365 days, you should have a planned days for 300 days. Of course, there will be days where you can't plan, you are tired, you are lazy, or probably you want to rest, you want to go have fun. Of course, there will be days like that. I'm not saying 100% you need to study 23 hours of a day. Absolutely not. But if I am going to study, let's say 3 to 4 hours at least when I start, and maybe gradually I increase, I'm sure that I need to dedicate and focus on certain time. So with all this discipline, it will be easy relatively to manage. I can speak about technology, I can talk about industry, but maybe it's too early for you. But make sure that whenever you are out of your engineering college, or maybe after 4 years of degree, you need to be a little different than others, right? And how those fine tuning aspects, whenever you click a picture, you just hold the camera, and if you click picture, maybe sometimes it's blurred. What do? You focus, right? You need to click on the center, and probably it gives a better clarity. If it is a professional camera, maybe he does a lot of manual settings and takes a beautiful picture. So the fine tuning aspects of the picture or the product, whatever you bring, be it a service, be it a product, look at iPhone, look at Tesla, look at any product, Google, right? Or maybe YouTube. Unless you are reliable, will you use a channel if consistently it goes down? Meaning, I open Google for search and Google says page cannot be displayed. Will you use that? Maybe you'll start using another search engine. So you need to be reliable, consistent, available. That's what we expect from any product which we use, right? We want that they should be all the time available, up and running. So that way, you as a human being, you as an engineer, you as an entrepreneur, you as an innovator, you need to be consistent, reliable, and also different than all other products in the market. Don't get stressed thinking it's too much of jargon to start and begin with. And that's why I tried simplifying it. It's a journey, right? You have started on the journey, and probably it's a first step. And that's a very good and no happy ways of looking at it, that you have started the journey, and enjoy the journey, right? Enjoy so much of Udemy or Coursera. There are a lot of online platforms available now for you to learn a lot of things. I can say, why only computer science students should know programming and coding. I have a lot of friends from civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical, and whatnot in IT who knows better coding than me. Yeah, because the logic doesn't has to be with computer science or information technology guys, right? Once you have a very well logic developed, and that's why the aptitude test, or probably the logical thinking, logical reasoning, which Professor Bhagi was referring to, becomes so crucial to work in the industry, because the languages, the technology will change, right? Today maybe Python and R, definitely after 10 years you will have some different software and technology to work. 10 years back when I started, it was a different world. So things keep changing. What doesn't change is the zeal, right? Zeal and the energy I carry to learn. Am I a better person every day? Am I a person who is open to learn? And it doesn't take so much time to be very open to learning, right? So be open. This is the best time in your life. Trust me, guys. I'll just write it on a bond paper if you need. This is the best time of your life, right? This will never come back. So all these 4 years, make sure that you balance it well, and make sure that you study and do good to your family, be proud, and make sure that no sky is the limit, is what I keep saying. And when I started my journey, I remember the first flight I took, maybe 20 years back, it was the first international flight. And till that time, it was all train journeys I did. And I was so fascinated to see the world. Almost 25 plus countries I have worked in so far now. And again, nothing great, right? It was not something I have done exceptionally different than others. But when I got the opportunities to see the world, what I learned after seeing those 25 plus countries and working there, oh, there is nothing right and wrong. Today, what I call right might be wrong tomorrow. What I say today wrong could be right tomorrow. It applies to technology so well. So do what you like. There is nothing right and wrong unless you are bothering others, unless you are troubling others, you are making a nuisance. Everything is fine, right? Uh, that's what I learned after so much of travel, that in some part of world, this is something absolutely wrong. Same concept in some other part of the world. I'm talking about your day-to-day life, philosophy, beliefs, and all. So then I started learning, saying, okay, it's a beautiful world. What matters is being human, being alive, being safe. That is what finally matters. So have fun, enjoy. I don't know maybe how much time I still have, but maybe if there are a few more minutes, if there are any questions, specifically if you would like to ask regarding technology, regarding industry, specific which comes to your mind when you're starting this journey, I can be reached out now on the questions if you have that ability to ask those questions, or go to LinkedIn profile, create your own LinkedIn, connect with me or others, those who are in the industry, similar minds. Focus area, which area you wish to work after first year. I'm not saying in the first year because it's too early for you to decide what is I want to do. But once you are very sure that, okay, maybe in second and third year, I know you have started a new course for AI, ML. So probably, once you start saying, okay, that's my area, probably I want to work in, let's say, structural engineering, or probably I want to find maybe, strength of material, SOM, TOM, whatever subjects you decide. But make sure that you start getting focused in those areas, connect with the experts in that, and it's very easy. Just a click of a button, right? You can connect with the whole world. Look at all the courses available. I was telling on Coursera and Udemy, they're free. You don't need to pay. You just go learn something. Look at all the institutes which you want to study further. Harvard, Oxford, you just name them. All these names at one time were beyond reach of Indian students, right? And now they're available for you to explore. They have a lot of course material which is online, and maybe at this moment you don't need to explore. But assuming as you progress in your journey, I would like you to make use of your technology. And before concluding, I would say I heard a nice word last week. Dr. Anand Nadkarni from Mumbai, IPH, he was talking about, and he used a word called screen obsession. He didn't use the word called screen addiction. He said, can we get rid of screens? Can we get rid of technology? Can we stay away from our mobiles, laptops? No, we can't. So we can't call it as addiction, because addiction is where you have to stay away from that, right? Once you reach a stage in addiction, you have to stay away from that. But he said this screen obsession is something you will have to think and plan. Am I too much dependent on the screens or technology? Am I probably using it for a right cause? Yeah. Is it that I'm playing PUBG? Or is it that I'm watching a YouTube video which is actually related to my studies? So the screen obsession is something which definitely we have to schedule, plan how much I am dependent on this technology and screens. For what I am dependent on the screens is what you will have to decide. So please manage all those your deviations, or probably things which will you distract in your life, and make good use of technology. I really wish you all a great success in all your 4 years. I would like to thank again the Zeal Institute and all the dignitaries who made sure that probably I could join this session and attend. I would also like to mention especially Professor Hembade, who has connected me so well with the Zeal Institute now, and I feel home now when I talk to you all. So I really wish you all a grand success and do well. And I'm sure with next 4 5 years, when I will look back, I will be so proud of you all, saying, okay, these are our guys who have done marvel to the industry, right? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, sir. And I hope our students will definitely be motivated, and they have got a path through which they can follow and achieve their goals. And thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thoughts. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Now, I would like to present vote of thanks as we are towards the conclusion of this program. On behalf of Zeal College of Engineering and Research and the entire fraternity of the Institute, first of all, my all sincere thanks to Almighty God for making today's event a success. By this blessing and grace, we are able to make the event what it was. On behalf of Zeal College of Engineering and Research, I give a really heartfelt vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Shivananda Zadav sir, who spent his busiest time gracing this occasion. Today, we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this is definitely encouraging us in our future events. Thanks to all the speakers for adorning the occasion and sharing their opinions today. A special mention to our Venerable Secretary, Professor Jayesh Katkar, Director Admission and Academics, Professor Uddhav Shi, Principal Dr. Ajit Katesar, for being the catalyst that inspired us to do our best and stand as pillar of power. With a deep sense of appreciation, I thank our loving teachers for their efforts. This type of incident cannot happen overnight. The wheels start moving about a week ago. It requires planning and bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate to be supported by a team of very active and dedicated employees of our organization who are well versed in their jobs. The essence of fruits is always tasted in the last, and we believe that the last will be the best. We would like to thank all our students and their parents for attending this program. At last, it is a privilege and a great joy for me to extend a vote of thanks to all those who have contributed in one way or the other to make this program a success. With this, by wishing all success to first year students, we announce that this program is over. Thank you all.